Hello, my amazing artist. Today we're going to be talking about who were the Native Americans, their family structures, what they believed in, and how that influenced the artwork that they created. Let's get started. Homes for Native Americans were unique. They traveled to hunt for their food, taking their homes with them. This is known as being a nomad. That's why we see that their homes were often made of temporary structures, sticks, animal skin wrapped around to make a teepee. These were really easy to tear down and put back up when they arrived at their new location. Native Americans believed that all animals, people, and nature are connected through spirits and should be respected as equals. We see this celebrated in their artwork as well as cultural symbols, animal heads, feathers, different ways to honor the connections to the earth. Different resources were used by makers to create during this time. The artist or makers would create homes, clothing, food, jewelry, weapons, even communication methods and jewelry or decorations. Native Americans are very resourceful and creative people. Circles, circles, circles. Did you notice that there are a lot of circles in Native American art? Why is that? The Native American Indians believe that a circle represents many things. Remember, their connection to nature and earth is very important. They believe a circle represents the sun or the moon, the repeating cycles of the seasons, the repeating cycles of life to death to rebirth, the Earth's passing movement around the sun and the entire universe, and the passage of time. So whenever you see a circle as a Native American Indian, those are things that you think about or celebrate. These are CD circle weavings. This is the example of the project that we will be starting today, using yarn and recycled CDs. We'll be learning how to weave and be able to choose different colors that represent the earth, the world around us, just like Native Americans did. Let's get started. All right, hello, my amazing artist. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a circular weaving using a recycled CD that has been wrapped with yarn, and we're going to be using our own colorful yarn as well as a plastic sewing needle. Then I'm going to thread my needle. When I thread my needle, what I do is I pinch the end of this string and I wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. There we go. And I pull it through. The reason I pinch this is because it makes the end less likely to be pushed apart. A piece of yarn is made out of multiple different strings, and you can even see them kind of coming apart right there. And we want to make sure that all pieces come through. Now, this can be challenging for some artists, and that's okay. I also have a piece of paper for you. And you're gonna put this in your paper just like a hot dog. Then you're gonna pinch, press it through, and voila, you have your needle threaded. The other end of my work, I'm going to tie on. Now the back of your CD is going to be your area to tie on. Let me show you how I do that. I'm going to choose one of my warp threads. Warp is the ones that are really tight. I'm going to lift it with my finger. Go ahead and do this with yours. Then take your colored yarn or weft yarn and slide it under that one piece. It should look like this now. Then take the loose end and the other side. So I'm going to tie it just like I'm tying my shoes and then give it one more double knot so it doesn't come undone. If you have a little piece left over like that, it's okay. We can trim it at the end. Don't do that now. Remember, the design of your CD is the back, So now we're ready to thread. Because we're on the back, we want to get to the front. But if I come this way, my design is stuck. Instead, I'm going to go up through the middle. Again, that's going from back to front through the middle. And I'm going to pull this all the way until I can't pull anymore. You'll see that it's stopping because I have my knot. I'm not pulling hard, I'm just making sure I pull to the end of my work. Let's go ahead and start a stitch. So I'm going to take my needle. Again, I'm holding both threads in my hand. I'm going to go under, over, under, over. This is the weaving pattern that we're going to be using. Over one, understring, understring, overstring, understring, over. By using alternating stitches, we are locking in our string. When I say locking it, it means that they will be holding something together. That's the type of stitch that happens in clothing or baskets or anything that is woven together. So I'm going to take my work, and I have just gone under this one. The purple went under the brown, so I'm going to go over. I like to leave my needle there to remind me, because wherever my needle goes is where my string goes. Over, under, over, under. And I do a couple of these at a time, so I can just pull it through. But when I pull, watch how gentle this is. I pull just until it makes a circle. If I pull very tight, it's going to get wrinkly and knotted. Pull gently, because this is a circle design and we want to make sure that it stays in a circle. All right, artist, I'm going to finish off this circle, and then you're going to go ahead and get started with your first one. Remember, take your time, work gently, and let's have fun creating your first circular weaving. Happy making! Hey artist, here's a quick preview of what's coming next in the following videos, part 2 and part 3 of circle weaving, just to know what to look forward to as you're starting your weaving today.